it's me, Renee. I'm back. So, yeah, haven't really been that much on booktube lately. Well, I've been, but I haven't really been as active as sometimes. I don't know. I don't really have a reason. I suppose the reason is simply I procrastinated and I kind of been distracted by Castle. I've been rewatching Castle, and yeah, I've been watching a lot of more TV than before. So I haven't really read that much. I suppose I could have still made videos, but I haven't. Yeah, time has just kind of gone. But yeah, and also this video, it's a little bit late since this news was announced back in back in August, and then the thing that I'm going to talk about after this was announced last year. So both of these are kind of old news thingies. But yeah, I've been wanting to do this. I've kind of been waiting to like maybe formulate it right and do it right, but I'm thinking, okay, I'm just gonna do it. And also, I felt like in a way it would be fitting to do this right now because today, right now, I'm a bit tired, quite tired. I've I worked from 10 till 4, and then from 4 till 5 I went to another store because I had to give them a book, and then got home. So I just got home, and then that happened. So I've been on my feet more or less all day. So I'm very tired. I haven't eaten in very many hours, and so that makes me a bit more cranky, and I feel like that fits for this video. So yeah, I kind of wanted to film this now while I'm in this cranky mood. So yeah. So yeah, as you can see from the title, this is not your normal everyday video. Well, I suppose, and it's related to what I talk about, but it's more tangentially. But yeah, this is about casting, and people should just stop being nincompoops, idiots. Okay, stop it. Okay, so let's move back. Let's rewind. So in case you didn't know, Vampire Academy. This series, well, this is one of the books, but yeah, this series is becoming a TV series. They're actually shooting it as we speak in Spain, uh, and it's being made for Peacock. Julie Plec, Julie Plec is producing it, and then other people are directing it, and yeah, so that's not really a controversial or weird thing, or weird. Uh, what's made people what sorry, what's made people talk and like talk in a bad way is the casting itself, because most of the cast they've cast okay, so they started filming season 1 and they casting since because of that they've cast most of the main cast, but I don't know like how far they are. So probably we saw recently a new cast, so I mean you could cast some new people, like the main people are casted, and out of the main people, give me a moment, give me a little moment. Out of the main people, just 2 people are Caucasian. Or, sorry, just 2 people look Caucasian. I mean, there might be other people who are mixed race and like have Caucasian and other stuff, but like 2 people who are just Caucasian from the looks. I mean, I'm pretty sure they are. But yeah. So yeah, that has gotten quite a lot of talking, quite a lot of backlash from quite a few fans. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like that, fans, because really, really. So okay, yeah, in the books they said Lisa is pale and that she looks from like her family, her ancestors are supposed to be from Russia, and yeah, they talk about how she's pale. So that kind of is kind of contrasted with like the new casting where she's portrayed by Latina, and the Latina is not really that pale. She looks Latina, and also well, and then you have Rose, which Rose she was actually described as kind of like the inside of almond, which kind of in itself it's not. I mean, I suppose it could be up to interpretation, but like at least in my head, the inside of almond could well be a lighter black person. or a black person with a black reflection with a black look. No, what's the wrong thing about? With a black reflection, perfection. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that has also gotten a lot of people talking. And then you have Victor. He's been a cast. Well, he's kind of big in season 1, so yeah, he needs to be cast. Well, Victor is played by an African American person, and yeah, that has gotten people talking as well. And it's not just black people. You also have, well, yeah, you also have Tatiana being played by Anita Joy Uvaje, a black person. So Tatiana being portrayed as black here. And then you have Christian Osera, everyone's favorite bad boy, being portrayed by Andre Day Kim, a Korean American. Oh, sorry, might be a Korean British one. I'm not quite sure. I know some of these people are Australians. I'm not quite sure where everyone of them are from, but like, yeah. So yeah, as I said, most of these are not Caucasian, as you would imagine from the book. So people have been talking about that a lot, and like, in a way, I get people like talking like, oh, being surprised and kind of not expecting it. I get that, but some people actually started a petition to make Julia Plec recast them because they weren't white, because the actors weren't white, and that is just walking way over the line. So for that, I don't know. No matter no matter what you want to claim, that is racist. To have people be recast solely because of their looks, yeah, that is racist. Yes, they're not directly noted as blacks in the story, but at least in my head, like when you cast stuff, of course, well, when you make adaptations and when you make TV, when you make movies out of books, there will always be changes. People often don't think like, well, casting won't be that different, but that might be something as well. And like often, like if you look out, if you have a big casting call and you have a casting call for people of all different looks, people Caucasian, Asian, Latinx, and African, and the Africans, well, the black people are the ones that the best, that are the most qualified, the best actors. Why should I not get the job? If you're the best for the job, you should get the job. And yeah, also like people say like, oh no, it's not like in the book. Well, honestly, no, it changes things a bit, but still, it's not like it kind of it's complete opposite of the book. It does fit. It's like also like, why can't you get a head around that? That's how it is now. Why? I mean, there's some people who like who kind of nagging and talk about this forever. Like, I'm not sure if the people still talk about this, but I suppose there might be, because they just talked about it for ages when it was announced, and they could not stop it. When honestly, yeah, the comments started pretty quickly become racist, and yeah, yeah. I said I understand you being surprised, but after having 2, 3 days, 5 days to think about it, and you're still being mad and being aggressive. Honestly, you're aggressive. That's not cool. Not cool at all. And yeah, with the casting, uh, honestly, in my head, I kind of like think, well, when you cast a book, well, when you adapt or any story, when you cast them, you should think like, who's the best actor, and also like, yeah, you might think like, okay, does this actor fit the role? But like, honestly, anyway, I think like having like open casting where like anyone can try and try anything is good. And you might ask yourself, well, it's wrong. I mean, yes, Lisa is described as pale, but it's not like, I mean, you can still have like her. You can still have her model beauty, which you still have. Daniela Nieves, who's portraying her, is pretty damn model beautiful. And also, you can do a lot with lighting. You can do a lot with lights and effects and stuff like that. So you can still like have people be pale and stuff like that. It doesn't have to change anything, or everything. And also, people say like, well, there aren't any African Americans, or there aren't any Africans in Russia or in Eastern Europe, because the royals in this story, they're supposed to be from Russia and Poland and Romania, like those places in the world, because this is based on Romanian and Russian folklore. Yes, people in Romania and Russia are mostly white, yeah, but I'm pretty damn sure that you still have Africans over there. You still have people over there. I mean, people have been moving for centuries. People seem to think like it's like a recent thing that biracial people exist and African Americans is something completely new. It's not. They existed for a long time. You had African American in the Viking era who came over in Norway and kind of like became a thing in Norway. People, there's been Africans moving around and people have always moved. So that bit of like people, no, it's not realistic. Well, it is. It's not that unlikely. And also, B, I don't know. I could maybe understand all this nagging if it was like a production from Russia or from Romania, but this is a production from America, United States, and when they're supposed, in a way, I think like they're supposed to, when they're thinking that they should like show America how America is, and America is full of Latinx people, full of Korean American people, full of American, black African American people. That's the reality of it. It is. And yeah, people, just please just stop hating on this cast. It's the cast is just wonderful. Most of the cast are new, so like you won't have preconceived notions of them. Some of them have been a lot of stuff, some have been less stuff. Season Stringer, the cast for Rose, she played in Mortal Kombat, so we know she can fight. I mean, please, people, please stop being racist assets. Please. Also, a last point here. Okay, when you're picking up a book, what do you want? Do you want a book that kind of, well, I suppose, yeah, sometimes you pick up books for different reasons. You might get educated and might want to be, you want to learn something about a different thing. You might want to go in depth into a new theme, or well, as a lot of people often actually pick up books to get entertained and to escape into another world. And also, at least for me, I often pick up books because I know books will give me happily ever after. Sometimes life is being messy and life is being idiotic, and then I'm so happy I can just pick up a book and know that this book in the end will end happy. Yes, you have cliffhangers, but like for the main part, you'll end mostly happy. And like books, at least in my mind, I think books, movies, and TV should show the world not just how it is, which often it does not show. Often you have like movies where people are all white cast, even though it's like set in Egypt or like set in Algeria or something like that, which, yeah, that makes sense. So much sense. But also, if it's not like movies showing you what the world is, which I think more or less all movies, books, and TV should be. At least in my head, I think also like it's way like to show the world, to show people how the world could be. So like, yes, a book with vampires is not that realistic. I mean, that's never gonna happen. But I mean, there's so many themes in this book. Like you have female empowerment, females leader, and all this stuff, and you have lots of you have some females being portrayed as president and vice president in American media long before Kamala Harris, and that but also in a way, slightly kind of paved the way for like Kamala Harris getting her job because people like are more used to the idea and like think, well, no, because we've seen so many series with that thing. Why would it be weird to have it? And yeah, people, people, stop, please stop it with the hate. Personally, I love the cast, and I'm just so excited when we get our first trailer. We don't have anything like that as yet, but they are still filming. But I'm just so excited when we get it, and yeah, for this product, it just sounds so cool. Now to my second part of this video, which I already hinted at the beginning. But yeah, so and this it's the same kind of theme. So here in Norway, we have here in Norway. Okay, so uh, as a lot of people around the world, well, we enjoy fairy tales, and we also enjoy Cinderella, which was kind of like the fairy tale that's been most adapted and stuff like that. It's kind of huge story and stuff like that. Well, it's a nice story, like rags to riches, like the idea that you can go from poorest of poor and to get the love of your life and to get a lovely life. It's just a nice daydream and dream. But yeah, so in the 1970s, 80s, pretty sure it was 70s, the Czech Republic actually made a version of Cinderella, a live action version of Cinderella. And 2 or 3 years, maybe this first year, okay, soon after it was made, the Norwegian broadcasting channel decided to show it. But like instead of having like subtitles, which you often do now, back in the day they dubbed a bit more. Well, I don't know if they dubbed more, but at least they decided to dub that movie. But for some reason or another, I have no idea why, but for some reason or another, they decided to give one actor, all the roles. So you have this one Norwegian actor dubbing all of the roles in this live action. It's a live action. It's not a short movie. It's 1 hour and 50 and 30 minutes. So it's a normal amount of time for a movie, and he dubs all the voices, and he's great. But it's like it's so fun when he just he voices because like Cinderella, come over here. And it's just so comedic, but it's also so good. Yeah, anyway, that's kind of like a Norwegian classic. Anyway, even though it's not a Norwegian movie, it's Czech. Uh, but yeah, because it's so loved in Norway, uh, and because of course you have to remix stuff that's been known to be popular IP and stuff. So a Norwegian production company decided to remake this last year. So it's already been filmed and it's coming to cinemas this Christmas. And so for the most part, this is kind of like fine. I mean, the Cinderella is played by a blonde, and then you have Cinderella, and then you have the prince's dad, which is played by a blonde. But this movie actually has one, two, three, four, at least. There might be some more, but at least four non-Caucasian actors in it. And this is a Norwegian movie, filmed, yeah, more or less. I think it's pretty much filmed more or less all in Norway. At least, anyway, it's a Norwegian production. And Norway, in case you didn't know, is mostly Caucasian. Most of us are white. We have, at this point in time, we're not that big, like population-wise. We have 5 million and 5 million people. Well, around 5.5 million people. But yeah, 5.5 million. So we're the size of London. But yeah, but people often be like, okay, Norway, you're just so white. Yeah, a lot of us are. But we also actually have quite a big population of Pakistani Norwegian. We have Indian Norwegian. We have we have immigration from all over who's come to Norway, and in Norway the immigration, well, for real, like in a big sense, started in 1970s. So now we have people who are like third, fourth, fifth Pakistani Norwegians and Saturn Norwegians, but are they represented in Norwegian movies? No, they're not. Very seldom they are. So this movie being so inclusive and having all that them in the movie, I'm so happy. I mean, one of them plays the prince. I actually haven't heard any backlash to this casting, but I'm pretty sure there probably was some internet trolls when it was announced, like, no, you can't do it like that. So, and it's kind of the same theme as like before. The other thing I talked about, the Vampire Academy casting. So I kind of wanted to put in my 2 cents here. Even in Norway, a small country with a small population, we have included people from different backgrounds in our cinema, which is what you should be doing. And yeah, as I said, we don't have. It's not like the Pakistan Norwegians are 50% of the population, or like a huge percent of the population, but they are there, so they should still definitely be included and be included and be shown represented in the movies and TV series. So yeah, people stop being racist or idiots or both. Actually, you're both. So yeah, I'll link links down below to the casting for both of these. And so yeah, the first is Vampire Academy 2 series. That's probably something people will see anyway. The second one is a movie that's coming to Norway. I'm not sure if it will be released outside of Norway, but like lately I can't see like more and more Norwegian movies being released a year or two after. So maybe I will. Maybe someone posts it on YouTube. Well, might not. Like maybe, but yeah. Anyway, that's that really. I hope. Well, I didn't say this before, but I can say it now. I think also you might know this, but yeah, I'm coming from this as ally. I have never lived in the States, never lived in Russia or Eastern Europe. I've never lived in Africa or Asia, so I don't really have first-hand knowledge of that way. Like, how it is, I would never have because I'm white. And also, yeah, my family is white, so I'm not coming from this as like a person of color. I'm not coming to this as a person of color because I don't have color. I have whiteness. But I'm coming from this as a frustrated human being, and I'm hoping that this video will be interpreted in the with a good faith that it is meant. I hope that I didn't offend anyone or say anything wrong, because that might happen because I do that sometimes. If I did say something wrong, please tell me. Don't just cancel me, but please tell me, like, you can't say that. I don't think I said anything wrong words, but like, if anything of what I said was wrong somehow, please tell me in the comments. And yeah, it's a discussion, ongoing discussion, but it is my opinion anyway. And yeah, see you soon. Bye.